All right, so warming up. You know the drill with the warm up. Just got to get the blood flowing. I have been sitting on my butt all day. So I got to ease into it. Otherwise, I will get myself injured. We're going to do 40-20 again. Probably not huge news there. But we're going to do 3 rounds of that. And then we're going to end with 2 rounds of Tabata. So basically the end of this workout is going to be a high intensity Tabata thing. So we're going to do 40 seconds of work, 20 seconds rest, 8 exercises, 3 rounds, and then I picked the most Tabata appropriate exercise for the Tabatas. Not every exercise is appropriate for Tabatas, in my opinion. All right, open up those knees, open up those hips nice and wide, get those shoulders involved, get the abs and hip flexors involved. You can go at your own pace. You can always modify any of the movements. Stop and take water breaks. I do have 1-minute breaks in between the rounds, but you don't have to wait until then to drink. All right, we're gonna do stiff toy soldier march. Basically, legs straight, stretch those hamstrings. Again, swinging those arms forward and back. All right, let's take our feet nice and wide for our squats. So the more you want to stretch open the hips, the wider your feet are and the more turned out your knees and toes are. I'm going to start with an arm swing forward as I squat. So from the side, you want to try to keep that chest up, spine straight, a slight tilt. And then as you start to feel a little more limber, let's reach the arms a little higher as you drop the butt down. Good. It's a little more challenging when you drop the butt to keep the arms high. Is anyone watching the Olympics with the weightlifting, where they're like grabbing, really heavy weights and popping it up, and it's crazy. Crazy what they're doing. All right, let's go into some lunges here. I'm just gonna pivot to the side. Nice long stride. Bend that back knee down to ankle heights. Abs tight, chest up. Feet should be hip distance apart. Cool. Let's do 2 more. And then switch legs. So switch whichever leg is in front. Or you can pivot 180 like I did. These are all dynamic movements that get range of motion into our hips. Last 2, and the last one. Good, let's take it down to the mats. Wrists underneath the shoulders for that nice strong plank. Take a couple breaths here. And then if your calves need a little bit of warming up or dynamic movement, you can rock a little bit. So when I rock back, my heels reach back and I get a little stretch in my calves. Good. All while holding the plank. And then let's go ahead and do push-ups. Let's just do 8 push-ups. Take your hands wider. Oh. My heart on the floor is very slippery today. All right, so you want your hands wider than your shoulders. You can put your knees down. And we'll do 8 push-ups. Chest lowering to elbow height. Basically, this is a moving plank. Anytime we do push-ups today, you can do any push-up variation you want. So this is, for instance, kneeling push-up. And then you can do knee push-ups. Okay? Find the motion that challenges you. All right, so let's go into our round 1. So we have So the first exercise, and it's also going to be the third exercise, is a reverse lunge. So notice that my front leg goes back as my front arm goes up. And then I'm going to kick it. Bam. Now, do you have to touch your fingers to your toes when you kick it forward? No, you don't have to. I don't want you to pull a muscle. The goal here is to reach high as you drop the knee down and then to bring the limbs together. Same side for all 40 seconds. Go as fast as you can without sacrificing form. And then we're going to do a push-up exercise, which I'll show you during the 20-second break. And then we're going to do lunge on the other side. And then we're going to do an ab exercise. Then we're going to repeat all that. Are you ready? Here we go. All right, 10 seconds. We start the first round. So again, same side, same arm.
Ready?
Here we go. Kick, lunge, and kick. First exercise of the day. No jumping. Yeah, basically half your body, this half is not doing much, but actually that front leg that stays still is doing all the lifting. It's going into the single leg squat and then standing up out of the squat. So don't underestimate how much the leg that's stuck to the floor is doing. Keep going, 10 seconds left. Okay, here we go. So our push-up is you do a push-up, you go to a T, and then you kick, and then you go to the other side. Kick. It's almost like someone's, all right, let's go. It's like someone's standing right there, and you want them to kick, you want to kick them away from you. So into your T, quick bounce. Now you can, of course, do this on your knees. So here are your knees, and I'm here on my knees, and I kick like that. On the knees, kick. Or toes. Again, go as fast as you can. Try to keep moving with good technique. We have about 10 seconds left. Your push-up. And then we're going to stand up and do the lunges on the other leg. Okay. By the way, if you don't need this 20-second break, you can keep working until we start the next round. The idea, though, is that you're pushing yourself during that 40 seconds to get your heart rate up and be really fatigued, so you need a break. All right, I turn to face the other direction. So I have my other leg in front. I am moving the other leg. Hopefully everyone has switch sides. Gosh, I'm winded. Skipping boot camp for 1 week really does a mental and physical trick on you. Ten seconds. Doing abs after this. So giving the arms and legs a break. So do the midsection. Here's the exercise. You roll up, one leg. Roll up, one leg. Roll up, two legs. If you want to skip the two leg part, you can. All right, you want to come all the way up into the V. All the way up into the V. All the way up into the V. Looks like a V. Single, single, double. If you want to do non-stop doubles, do non-stop doubles. If you want to do non-stop alternating singles, you can do that too. I can't talk anymore. Okay. Get ready, we're back to the first exercise. So that first leg, I'm facing this side again. Not that you can tell, my windows are over there. That's my bathroom. All right. I shut the door because it looks cleaner. Lunging kick. So we're doing those 4 exercises again. 40 seconds of work, 20 seconds. Break. When I do this kick, it's actually kind of hard to straighten the standing leg all the way, which is good. You don't want to lock out that standing leg anyways. Makes it work harder. Use those abs. Our abs are working even when we're not doing crunches. Lots of stability there. Okay, we have that push-up. Knees or toes. And the kick. So a lot of balance needed here so that when you kick, you don't fall over. You gotta stabilize with your abdominals to not fall over. Ready? Let's go. Kick. If you're truly pretending to kick someone, you have to pull your knees in first and then kick it out there. All right, it's not just the leg lifts. I intentionally didn't make it just the leg lifts, but that doesn't mean you can't do it. So if you want to do a leg lift, you lift it up, down. But if you want to do a kick, it's a little bit more. You pull in, down. Just like in kickboxing. In, out, in, down. There's always a retraction phase of the kicks. Okay. Other lunge. Other leg. 2 more exercises and then we get the 1-minute break. Oh, everyone sweating? Okay. Do a complete lunge. So you don't want to truncate your lunge by stepping really close and then keeping the leg straight. See, that's not a lunge. This is a lunge. Get that back knee down. You don't have to hit to the floor, but you want to get it to about ankle height. Whatever you want to do with the other arm, you can for balance. Ten seconds. And then we have our single, double V-ups. Your abs should be a little sore, actually, because you're really using your abs for all the other exercises we just did, especially that push-up, side plank kick exercise. All right, ready? Ready. Let's do it. Single, double V-up. Try to keep your legs straight if your hamstrings allow it. Breathe. Exhale here. Inhale down. Exhale, lift. Inhale down. Exhale, lift. Got this. One more. Take the minute break. Take a minute break. Just we'll let the timer keep running so I don't lose track of time. Okay. I can grab a quick drink of water. Or you can ignore that. Next exercise, we do have some plyometrics. Here's a non-jumping version. Step out into a squat, reach towards the outside stepping leg. Okay? And then the plyometric version is this. Okay? Well, I only did like 5. I felt it. Then we're gonna do some dips. And then the dip is an optional leg reach. So really getting the abdominals involved in these exercises. All right, so remember you can step out and in. So basically the arms are out until it reaches across the body. So when you jack your feet together, your arms are out. Ready? This. Go. I gave you a 2-second preview. Light on the feet, land softly, absorb the jump into the muscles. Don't let it be a shocking, abrupt stop by landing into your joints. Explosive in nature, plyometrics. Training your fast twitch muscle fibers. 10 seconds, don't quit. If you need to go from high impact to low impact, change up the movement, but try to keep moving for the entire 40 seconds. Fingertips toward the toes or heels. You can do non-stop dips if you want. You need to dip, reach, reach. Your triceps might not get as fatigued, so you can do like a triple dip, 3, 2, 1, and reach, 3, 2, 1, and reach. There's a lot of abs needed when you lift your limbs. The opposite limbs go off the ground. So I'm doing 3 dips, low, low, low. Fully straighten the arms. Hit those triceps. So the triple dip is just variations if you want to do 1 dip or no dips at all, or you want to do non-stop dipping, you can do it. All right, so starting in a wide squat, toes and knees turned out. Curtsy lunge, squat. And notice I'm keeping my knees bent and my head at practically the same height. So I'm not standing up. So this is a lot of endurance of the muscles because we're keeping the knees bent. The only break you really have is when that one leg moves. But this transition is really hard, okay? You have the option to go straight back if curtsy lunges don't work for your hips. But regardless of position of the lunge you do, we're trying to keep the muscles loaded. You're in a room with a 4-foot tall ceiling. My heart rate's actually getting up pretty high, just from keeping the muscles overloaded. Okay. Let me show you the jumping version first. In, out, out, out. Sorry. In, out to the plank, jack out, in. Bear, high plank, out, in. You can walk it. You can walk it and go out, out, in. Again, light on the feet. In, out, jack, jack. In, out, jack, jack. I pull my knees underneath my hips. My knees don't hit the floor. Brace the abs. Already out to the high plank. And keep those abs nice and braced. Soften those elbows. You don't want to lock the elbow joint up. That's where you get the work of the arms, because your elbows are slightly bent. 3 more seconds. This one again. Okay, I'm getting so winded talking today. 5 seconds. Here we go.
Ready?
Let's go. The softest of landings. It's okay if you don't physically touch your foot, but you're reaching pretty darn close. Keeping that spine straight. Tilted but straight. Definitely feeling my glutes and quads burning right now. Until the bell rings, keep going. Oh, there it is. All right. What is next? Oh, crap. Okay. Triple dip. Very important for safety that your fingertips are reaching toward your heels.
Ready?
Here we go. 3, 2, 1, and reach. And again, this kind of breaks up your tricep dips. If you want to really focus on triceps, you can do non-stop dipping, or just dip until your triceps can't handle it anymore, and then do a reach. See, if I do like 8 dips in a row, yeah, my triceps feel like they're about to buckle. Pretty intense, because triceps are a smaller muscle group in your upper arms, back of your upper arms. Yeah. Whoops. I fell. That was embarrassing. All right, let's get into our low ceiling room and go into those lunges or curtsy lunges.
Ready?
If you want to add arm core area, you can. This is sort of capoeira inspired. The arms move in opposition with the back leg. It might help with balance if you struggle with balance a little bit. See, we typically reach our arms forward when we squat our butt back, right? So try it, or do whatever you like with your hands. Are you staying as low as you can stay? As low as you can go. All right. Can't remember anything. Oh yeah, this is a really hard one. So our high plank jump. Brace your abs the whole time. Never let it go. Wrists underneath the shoulders. Soften those elbows. You don't want locked elbows. Bear, plank, out, in. Bear, plank, out, in. Again, you're light on the balls of your feet. I don't recommend doing this with bare feet, honestly. But hope your toes are okay. It's really easy to want to lock those elbows straight. So soften those elbows. 10 seconds. I really feel this intensely in my arms and my shoulders. But I know that I wouldn't if I locked my elbows up. Okay. Take a whole minute. How's everyone doing so far?
Ready?
Okay, the next move is probably the move you'll hate me for. We're going to do 3 squat jumps and a burpee. So you don't have to do the jumping part. You can do 3, 2, 1. Put your hands down, walk it out. Optional push-up, walk it in. Still got about 30 seconds of rest left, so don't worry. Otherwise, you're gonna do 3, 2, 1, burpee. Into the 3, 2, 1, hands down burpee. Okay? Oh, I only did 1, I'm so tired. You're 20 seconds, 20 seconds. The next time you hear it, we're starting. We're getting ready to do 3 squat jumps and a burpee in 10 seconds. Whew. It's not going to be easy, but I want to do it when we're pretty warmed up in the middle of the workout. 3, 2, 1. Push up immediately into the 3, 2. Take it up and 1. Up, 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 and down. Push-ups are always optional in burpees. Don't forget it's a squat jump. You gotta land into a squat. Oh, why did I do 2 push-ups? I can't talk at the same time. Oh. That would be terrible, isn't it? 3 push-ups. All right, let me finish it. Oh, I guess I could have done 3 push-ups. Anyways, that's that. Double bicycle, okay. Since we just used our legs and arms, I'm giving it a break. Double bicycle. Twist, center, twist. And the other side, twist, center, twist,
Other side, twist, center, twist. Hit each side twice. Back and back, front and front. Back, center, back, front, center, front. My shoulder blades off the mat the whole time. Leg extended. You can keep it slightly bent if you want. You can extend the leg higher as well. But try to keep the shoulder blades off the mat. Both of them. Twist, center, twist. Ah. Yep, that's the double bicycle. All right, this one's for the hips and flexibility. Get your feet as wide as possible. Reach, reach. See if you can touch your toes. This is a little bit more dynamic mobility. If you have a lot of hip tightness, you might find this to be very challenging. By putting all my weight into one leg, push, push, push. Consider this a nice gift. A little bit of mobility with some inner thigh strength and stretch in the middle, and what I consider one of the hardest rounds with those burpees. I'm not standing up, I'm just shifting side to side. All right. And then what we got? Wait, what? Oh, here we go. So we're gonna be in low plank, and we pull the knee in with a little pike, four times, and then I want you to climb up to your high plank and pull up for 4. All right, other option, because you gotta pull your hips up a little bit, use those abs when you pull the knees in. Other option is you come up to your arms and do 8 mountain climbers. I hate mountain climbers. So feel free to keep the low going. Abs and shoulders, core. Up on the hands. Mountain climber, mountain climber. 8. And pull. Pull. All right. That one's kind of core heavy. We're back to the burpees. 3 squat jumps and a burpee. You want to do 3 push-ups in the burpee. Let's give it all you got here. 3, 2, 1. As fast as you can. By the way, if you don't like the side lunge that I do in the 3rd exercise, you can do this burpee again. My goal isn't to make an exercise so hard it's not doable, right? So that's why I put a little break of abs here after a leg and upper body exercise here. So feel free to do more burpees after this. Double crunch, twist and twist. The challenge is that you untwist the center and then twist the same side again. And when you come to center, that's when your shoulder blades want to rest. That's when your shoulder blades want to go down to the ground. And that's where you're not going to let it, by keeping your abs nice and tight. All right. So if your heart rate's still pretty high and your limbs feel like jello, I want you to keep moving. So I'm going to do this mobility side lunge. But if you are game for doing more burpees,
Ready?
then do the burpees. Don't forget, we have Tabata after this. Tabata after this. You can do this too. Side to side. Again, a great exercise for strength and stretch. So feel this intensely in your muscles. Heart rate does come down a little bit compared to the burpees. And then when we do planks, believe it or not, planks sometimes feel like it's all abs. There's a lot of shoulders involved in planks, and especially when you're doing things like mountain climbers. So again, you do some mountain climbers, and then come to your elbows and do that knee to chest with a little bit of a hip hike. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Make sure the wrists and elbows are directly underneath the shoulders. Pull. You should feel your abs intensely as you pull your hips up. Come back up, feel your triceps, 8, 7, 6. Notice my butt stays down at shoulder height. I do feel my abs. I feel my shoulders and arms even more. You can also do slower knee pulls like this. All right, still greatly working those abs and shoulders. Okay, it is time to change gears for Tabata. Now for Tabata, I picked really intense exercises. All right, let me show you the first one where I changed the timer over. So remember that lunge switch we did? Actually, we didn't switch. This time you're gonna switch. You're back, you kick, and you're back, and you switch. Kick, back, switch. Kick, return, switch. Non-jumping version, kick, step back, step in, then step back again. Kick, step back, step in, and switch. Okay? That's a non-jumping version. That's the bottom number 1. We're gonna do that 2 in a row. So for the 20 seconds, then 10 seconds off, 20 seconds of the lunge again, and then we're gonna do that alternate T push-up with the side kick. 2 Tabatas in a row. Where my Tabata at? There it is. Let's go. Get ready for your lower body. 2 times 20 seconds with a 10-second break in between. Lunge, kick, lunge, jump switch, kick, jump switch, kick, jump switch. Don't worry about touching your toes unless you want to. You don't need a break, keep going. We got 10 seconds right now. We're staying on our feet. We're gonna do that again. Heart rate should be up. Lunge, switch, kick, lunge, switch. Imagine if we did one exercise for the entire Tabata. It'd be very, very challenging. Even doing 2 in a row is pretty challenging. After this, we're doing the push-ups. All right, come down. Very little time during this 10 seconds. Push up. Okay, let's go. 2 rounds in a row. If you don't end up taking a break, you end up doing like 50 seconds total. All right, 20 seconds times 2 plus 10. But remember, this is the latter part of our workout. We've already done burpees, a lot of other stuff. You should be pretty tired at this point. You shouldn't have the same amount of energy you had at the beginning of the workout. Let's go, let's go. Second 20 seconds, and then we're back on our feet for those lunges again. All right, on your feet, on your feet. kick, and switch, kick, switch. Rest 10 seconds. We got this. Here we go. 13 seconds left. Should always feel a little bit of sore the next day after boot camp. So you know you pushed yourself. Work those muscles. All right, last 2 rounds of Tabata. Round 7 and 8. 20 seconds times 2. Push-ups, here we come. If you want to skip the side kick, you can. Or if you want to skip the push-up, I guess you can do that too. You can skip whatever you want. You always feel really proud of yourself for doing these workouts. You know why? Because they're optional. No one's forcing you to do this. Most people don't exercise. Nobody likes to do it. Not everyone, anyways. Given a choice between boot camp and Jackers on the beach. I might pick Jackers on the beach one day, but then I would actually miss my boot camp. We have one more Tabata. Don't get too comfortable yet. Last one. So we're doing the squat jump. 20 seconds times 2, followed by this exercise. All right, listen. I picked 2 exercises I thought were pretty complementary yet challenging from the previous exercises. If you don't like what I picked, you can do anything. All right, you can do those 3 squat jumps and burpees. I didn't pick the burpee one, not because it's not hard. It's because in 20 seconds, you end up doing that whole thing like maybe once or 1.5 times. So the 20-second timing just doesn't work as well. That's all. Are you ready? Did you grab your water? Let's do it. Last 4 minutes of work. Starting in 10. Low impact version. Remember with the step out. So this is the last Tabata. Let's push, push, push. Drive that heart rate up. You know the exercise. You've learned it. You've seen it. You can push a little faster because you have that muscle memory down. Oh. And on the long beat. 3 short beats to let you know the round is close. Here we go again. Seconds. This one doesn't have knocking because it'd be knocking pretty much right after 10 seconds. So it has a 3-second beat. Okay. Working the shoulders on the wrist. You can also do push-ups if you want. There, full plank, out, in. Find the rhythm of the jumping. In, out, jack, jack. Elbows, I can't emphasize this enough. It needs to be slightly bent. That's how we work the shoulders and arm muscles. I'm not talking in the next round. Let's go. Eye gaze on the floor. Keep that head and neck aligned with spine. Okay. We just didn't pre all that. One more time. That's basically 2 minutes of work. 2 minutes of work. We can do it. Listen, I know it'd be easier if we went straight down. Right now, a plank. We're changing muscle groups. But I did design it to be a little more challenging. That's why we're doing it legs again. Feel free to go down to the ground. Feel free to do the plank if you want. Okay, you got options. Land in that low squat. Okay, finishing strong with core and upper body. Sometimes we straighten our elbows without even thinking about it. Why? Because our body instinctively wants to do the easiest thing. It wants to do what's easier. Remind yourself to soften those elbows. Seriously, locking out the elbows makes a huge difference in the intensity felt in your arms. Last 20 seconds. Oh, let's roll out those arms. Oh, I don't know, I might stretch on the floor today. Quite challenging. Let that heart rate come back down. Release the abs, release the lower back. Let the oblique stretch. Release the heel as you pivot. Hug yourself, open up. Hug yourself. I know your arms feel like jello. You pushed yourself really well today. Very good. That was not easy. It never is, and that's the beauty about boot camp. High intensity interval training. Intensity is something you yourself feel. You cannot compare the intensity you feel compared to someone else, right? Because we're all different fitness levels, we all have different background and experiences. So whatever drives the heart rate up for you, or what gets you tired, then that thing is intense for you. Walking can be a high intensity workout for somebody. It's not high impact, it's low impact. There's no impact. It doesn't mean it doesn't drive the heart rate up. In fact, if you're hiking, that's basically walking uphill, that can get the heart rate up real high, and there's no intensity. I mean, there's no impact, there's no jumping. So impact doesn't always equal intensity. So stretching the quads and hip flexors is really important with all the squats that we do. All right, and the hamstrings, of course, are always tight, so put all our weight into the supporting leg while we stretch the calves and hamstrings, calves of the other leg. If you haven't grabbed water yet, feel free to grab it before we stretch. Go to the other side. All right, triceps with a side bend here. I'm leaning to my right, so I'm gonna pick up my left leg. Wait, I'm leaning to my right. Oh, okay. If you're mirroring me, lean to your left and take your right leg. If you're mirroring me, and let's do the other side. Side bend, and then IT bend.
Good. Stretch to focus on just the abs, so you're pushing the hips forward, reaching the arms up, filling that space between your rib cage and your hips. And open up. Reach back. Keep lifting that chest forward and up. All right, I know that's not completely a thorough stretch, but it's most of our major muscle groups. Thank you all so much for joining me for boot camp. I really mean it when I say I couldn't do it without you guys.
That was a killer.
It
Thanks.
was.